Well, if you got a dollar, well, just lousy down. You know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine.
Hey, this is Patrick with Trusty Huckster Mercantile. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my next video, which is a part of another drop sale. This one is a drop sale shop hop that is sponsored by me. So this is now what I've deemed a Huckster hop. Just sounded fun. So I will probably be doing more of these. I've already done a couple. If you have not participated in a drop sale or in a drop sale shop hop, you can look at the description of this video and you will see additional details. But in general, it is a video where I have pre-recorded this. It is not a live video, as many of the YouTube selling activities are live events. This one is pre-recorded. As a result, I cannot see any of your comments. There is no live chat. So what you will be doing is I will show you an item. I will give you a price. I will tell you an item number. The price I give you is the price you pay plus shipping. Just remember that. And if you want the item, you just pop out of the video, go into the comments section and enter the number that I give you. The first person that enters that number is the person that claims it. And I will try and do a running summary of the items that are either sold or remaining as soon as I can, so that it's a little bit easier to keep track of what's sold. But you can look at the comments yourself and see if something has sold before you get to it. But it is an entire evening of sales. Started at 5 p.m. Eastern with a new shop hopper, Miss DAM Jewelry, Miss DAM Jewelry, Dolores in the UK. And we're about halfway through the evening now. And there will be additional videos dropping every half hour. The one that will drop immediately after mine at 9 p.m. Eastern will be Tiger's Timeless Treasure, another new participant in the Huckster Hop. So if you have, you can go back and see some of the videos that have already dropped. It's entirely possible / probable that items are still available. And every half hour until 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which time Joni from Vintagerous will go live. Or I'm sorry, it won't be live. When her video will be available. You can just pop into each of the sellers every 30 minutes and grab things as the videos come out. So tonight's is the first time I'm doing kind of it's not really a theme, but I am doing all jewelry, and specifically I'm doing all brooches, because if you follow my Instagram channel, you know that I am hashtag bring back the hat pin. And so I have a series of brooches, part of the hashtag the brooch gang, that Katie from Vintage and Vinyl and Angela from Dear Angela's Vintage have kind of a group that they've started. And I have a series of brooches / hat pins / whatever you want to do with them pins that I am making available in the sale. In order to go through a few additional items, I'm going to be grouping them by price. Each pin will be sold individually, but I will show you everything that is in that price point, and then I will give you the item number. And actually tonight, everything will be in an item letter, just to make it more interesting or whatever. So to start things out, I am using my $8 price point. I have 4 brooches that are going to be at the $8 price point. The first one is a blue rhinestone, a blue colored stone cluster pin in the shape kind of a flower. Both the center stone as well as all of the outside stones are the same color, but the center piece is a little bit smaller. The center stone is a little bit smaller. All of them are circle. All of them are prong cut. It has the Y back, and the back is riveted, and according to Katie, that will date this probably into the 50s. So you've got a beautiful blue stone brooch, which will be available for $8. You also have a mother of pearl pin, which probably has some date to it, because if you look at the back, it is a unsafety pin, unsafety classed back. It just has the actual stick pin, and you can also see, hopefully, the pin itself sticks pretty far beyond the edge of the safety. So both of those indicate that this is a fairly early piece. So it's carved mother of pearl. It's fairly thick, so it has some good longevity. It'll stick around well. So it's a nice solid piece carved in the shape of a flower. We have another mother of pearl piece, circular with kind of a, I don't know, eye carved into it, but it's not an eye. It's just kind of an oval shape with a diamond in the middle. It also has an older style back, and this pin goes out even farther than the edge of the clasp. So you've got, again, a nice piece, a nice aged piece on the back of this one, another mother of pearl piece. And then I also have a Jerry's brooch, probably from the 60s, I would think, by the design and the color. It has lavender colored stones. It has the filled in back, and it is marked, and it does have the riveted pin back. It's straight, not bracketed, so it's making it a little bit later than the other one that I showed, but it is the gold tone, and the stones themselves are prong set. So they are surrounded by gold leaf, that little kind of open work gold leaf, and then the prongs are within the stone. It has nothing to do with that leaf shape that's surrounding it. Kind of rises into the middle, but a kind of a nice floral leaf shape. So that is marked Jerry's. So the blue rhinestone, again, all four of those are $8. The blue rhinestone is T for turtle. The floral carved mother of pearl is O as an octopus for the floral cut. The circular mother of pearl is E as an egg. And then the Jerry's lavender stone brooch is R as in rabbit. So again, $8 each with its individual letter. To claim those, go into the comment section, put that letter, and you will end up sending me an email with your shipping information. I will send you an invoice. Once you pay the invoice, I'll ship you your brooch. My next collection of brooches is in the $5 price bracket. I have two brooches that fall into the $5. The first one is a leaf-shaped brooch, kind of with a little extra little flare piece there. This is just gold tone. There's no stone. There's no other accented pieces to this, which is why even though it is marked Jerry's, it is marked on the back, it is a little bit less expensive than the other Jerry's, which had the lavender stones. So this is going to fall into the $5 price point. And also for the $5 price point is this little jelly belly of a seal with the faux pearl as the body, or as part of the belly. So the jelly belly, the gem belly. It has a vertical pin back, but clearly he is going to be sitting upright like that. Both of these are $5. In order to get the Jerry's brooch, gold tone leaf brooch, that you'll give me L as in leaf. Amazing how I was able to do that. And then for the seal, you will give me the letter I as in ice. It's I as in ice for the seal jelly belly. My next pin is the only item at this price point. This is a $12 brooch. It is a deco style brooch that is most likely from the 80s. It is also signed Duri, D-U-R-I. It has an enameled circular piece in the middle, and then all the little pave rhinestones flush mounted into the two accented pieces on either side. The brooch itself has the pin that goes horizontally, although I think you could wear it either vertically or horizontally, and to be honest, would look pretty cool in a hat. So this one is $12. It's the only one that I have at the $12 price point, and you can get the Duri $12 enamel and rhinestone pin for $12 by giving me D as in dog or D as in Duri. All right, my next price point of brooches that I will be showing is my largest collection. These are the $10 brooches. I have 7 brooches, which I will be showing you. The first one is, again, an older style mother of pearl carving, but if you look at this one, it is carved in much more detail. There's open work design, there's little prongs that extend beyond it. It is still an older piece. The pin, it does not have a safety clasp. It still extends fairly far beyond the, there you go, beyond the actual edge of the clasp. So again, showing its age. These are just absolutely beautiful pieces. Some amazing work done on this one. So this one is a slightly higher price category than the other mother of pearls. I also have a silver tone enamel brooch. Perfect for spring. It's got the beautiful blue colors with the green enamel and the leaves. It is a silver tone, and it is all closed in the back. It does have a riveted back to it, but it does not have the it is not the Y shape. It's really, I think it's more straight, but it's been a little bit bent. This one is signed, and it is a Coro brooch, so that will also be $10. The next piece is a filigree openwork piece of a butterfly with a variety of blue colored stones. But you can see the filigree of the little antennae coming off the top of the butterfly. It is a curved back, and it is glued, not riveted. So this one I don't think is as old as some of the riveted pieces, but just absolutely beautifully done, really lightweight, very springy, and again with the butterfly motif. So that will also be $10. Another open work filigree, even a little bit more open than the other. You've got all of this open metal work on the back with the light blue and the darker blue stones mixed in, all with different sizes. You got the small dark kind of in the background, the marquee shaped, as well as the circular ones, and all of them, including the smallest cobalt blue, are all prong set. So beautifully done. The clasp actually is attached differently because it's going across the entire back. So it's not the traditional backing. So I'm not sure how old this one is. I'm thinking this is probably a 70s motif, maybe a little bit earlier, but I'm not sure based on that backing. So I could be wrong on that, but that will also be $10. This piece, I believe, is a little bit older. This does still have the safety clasp. It does go beyond it a little bit, but all the stones are open in the back and they are collar set. So this one, these are not prong set, but just the style of this one, I don't know. I felt that the setting made it look a little bit older, but there's no markings on it, and it is a safety clasp in the back, but they've been doing that for a very long time. So this one also will be $10 for the clear rhinestone bar brooch. This is also a marked piece. This is a, initially it looks like it was a belt buckle, but it is actually a pin, and there is a marking on the back, and it stands for, I'm going to put it in I'm going to actually type it across the screen because it was something historic. I want to say it was something New Orleans, but it looks like it was HNCO, and I can't remember now how the NO, the New Orleans, worked in there. But I was able to find a number of these selling regularly on the internet. I'm selling them for about half the price as most of them are selling for this exact brooch. So this will also be $10, and I will try to remind myself what the HNCO stands for. That's annoying me. And then the last brooch that I have in the $10 bracket is another clear. This is the Aurora Borealis finish in the stones of a cluster with kind of an open swirl work going around the outside, in which case on each end of the swirl is that loose stone. You kind of lose the design unless you look really closely. You don't really see that those little stones are actually coming off of curves like a starburst. It's actually very pretty. It also is riveted in the back, and it is also a Y shape. So this is also going to date probably into the 50s. So just some beautiful coloration coming across this one. Again, it will be $10. So for each of the brooches in the $10 bracket, you have the mother of pearl pin. That gives me a letter X as an X-ray. The blue enamel, give me B as in ball, or B for blue, for the Coro at blue enamel. For the blue butterfly, give me G as in guitars for the butterfly. For the open work circle with the blue stone, give me Q for letter quilt, kind of shaped like a Q. Q for letter quilt for the open work blue. For the rhinestone bar pin, give me letter S as in socks for the bar rhinestone brooch. For the New Orleans gold tone rectangular brooch, give me C as in cake for the rectangular New Orleans brooch. And for the Aurora Borealis cluster, circular cluster, give me Y as in yarn for that. So again, all of these are $10 with the right letter, and you will get that brooch plus shipping. My final brooch for the evening is actually a little bit more like a pin and possibly a hat pin. I considered keeping this for myself, but it's definitely my favorite item for the evening and one of my favorite items that I've carried actually in quite some time. It is a historic pin. It's actually a little bit more like a badge because it's an award. So you have, again, the non-safety back, and you have the very long pin that extends beyond it. But this one has some clues that help us date it a little bit because there is some text on this. And you can see it's the American College of Ophthalmology in Chicago is what this is doing. It's a special honor. And across the top is the doctor's name. And let's see if I try and see it, if it's showing up there. You can kind of see the name there across the top. It's a little worn, but the name is there. And it looks like it says Dr. Pipps, P-I-P-P-S. And then in the very middle, you can see it. I'm trying to do it with where the lights hit it right. It is an eye, an actual eyeball. No, well, not an actual eyeball, an engraving of an eyeball. So it kind of dangles there in the middle. So the item itself is not dated, but did a little bit of digging. It does have a maker's mark imprinted on the back. So the College of Ophthalmology in Chicago was founded in 1896, so it cannot be earlier than that. But it is stamped on the back that the company that made it was located in the Champlain building. And the Champlain building was destroyed in 1915. So this brooch or this pin has to fall between 1896 and 1915. Because it would not have been advertising their location in a building that no longer exists. So, and I would say just for an estimate, this would definitely have been around the 20th century. It's a beautiful little piece, great for someone who's graduating with, from an eye as an ophthalmologist, anything along those lines, or just a great piece of history. This is, again, my favorite piece. I think it's the most unique brooch, pin, hat pin, whatever you want to call it, that you're pretty much ever going to see. And so it has a slightly higher price than any of the others, but I'm selling this for $20. Still a super attractive price for something that you're probably not going to come across again. $20 for a turn of the century ophthalmology eyeball brooch, pin, etc. You can pick that up for $20 by giving me letter U as an umbrella. And that is it for my drop sale. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you've gotten this far, I really hope you found some items that you liked and you wanted to pick something up. I do encourage you to continue to hop along with the rest of the videos as they are released throughout the rest of the evening. The next video that will be coming out will be coming from Tiger's Timeless Treasures. Again, Tiger is a first-time seller as part of one of my drop sale shop hops. So I really hope Tiger gets a lot of new people watching the channel and maybe picking up some items. So definitely jump onto that. That will be at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then again, it will continue until the last video drops at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, at which time that is when Joni from Vintagerous, that's when the Vintagerous video will drop. So we've been running from 5 p.m. Eastern through 10:30 p.m. Eastern. That gave you 12 different resellers, many of them participating for the first time, including Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop participating in his first sale ever. He was right before me. So if you missed that, jump over to the Old Curiosity Shop and see Scott in action recording an actual sale. And hopefully, if it's successful for him, maybe he'll do another one again in the future. But I was super excited and honored that he chose to go into a live sale, or well, it wasn't a live sale, but go into this type of a selling format as a drop sale on my shop hop. So hope you're enjoying the Huckster hop. If you find any new channels that you want to subscribe to, make sure you tell them that Trusty sent you, and enjoy the rest of the videos and hopefully pick up some great items. I will be doing some more hops at least probably once a month, because I have found this is kind of a fun way of doing them, and other people are starting to jump on to the idea and organizing their own shop hops. So keep your eyes peeled through other channels and see what you can find. So thanks so much for giving me your time. Thanks for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Well, show me a sign if you're wishing me to stay. Otherwise, I say goodbye and finish out the day. And that sunrise in the morning and you got nothing to say. Oh, that's when I'll be headed on my way.